welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be diving into the best beauty products of 2016. Now upcoming for this new year, I'm considering doing 2 videos a week for you guys, one both with fashion and beauty content and then one potential vlog per week as well, or maybe just another like beauty fashion related video for you, so maybe twice a week content. So if that's something you guys want to see, if you are interested in that, please comment down below. Let me know. I want to hear your feedback on this to see what you guys want from me this upcoming year. If you guys like this video while you're watching, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and you know that drill. Hit the red subscribe button down below. I post weekly videos. Now, 2016 had a hell of a lot of good stuff come out this past year. Some of it that I had used in years before, and some new products that I just could not get enough of. So I'm gonna run through all of my favorites with you guys. These are things that I use myself, that I'm obsessed with, that I just cannot get enough of. So just think of this as like one really big beauty obsession monthly haul. Haul? Yeah, sort of. In the world of primers, not much changed on my end. I'm basically using the same thing I was before, which is the Faced Hangover RX primer. I absolutely love this stuff. The coconut scent just kills me. I love it so much. I find this incredibly hydrating and just really like nourishes my skin, which is dry, before I put on my foundation. So this is the perfect primer for me. I know a lot of people went for the Marc Jacobs primer and a couple of others out there, but I don't know, this one to me, every time I even slightly steer away from it, I just end up trying to think why I left it in the first place, because it's just that good. Now, in the world of foundations, I have 2 that I really love. One is a drugstore option that you've heard me praise a million times before, which is the L'Oreal True Match. I absolutely love this company. I love that this foundation not only has an SPF in it, but it's also hypoallergenic. It's super lightweight, but it is also a buildable coverage foundation. This is one that I use on a lot of my brides, just because this foundation is so beautiful. And it's one of the few companies out there that also makes neutral based foundations, because most companies either sway towards warm or cool. They don't make neutral bases. So if you are someone that has a hard time finding a foundation, it could be because you have a neutral undertone, sorry. Amazing buy, and for a drugstore option, it's fantastic. The other foundation that is my tried and true, I always go back to this no matter what I try, is the MAC Studio Fix foundation. This is one that for most people, they either love or hate, simply because some people say it breaks them out. Some people don't have a problem with it. I love that this is a full coverage foundation. I don't have any issues with it breaking me out, so I'm one of the few that will just praise this foundation. I love it so much. And for any of the pale gals that need to unite out there, MAC finally came back with the NC10, which is just amazing. For concealer, I have a few favorites. However, there is one that just hits the note above any other, and that is the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer. This is in the shade Whiteout, which I have mixed with the other light shade of hers. I think number 3 is the other one that I use. So I combine them together just to give that really beautiful brightening effect along my face, because when you're this white, normal concealers just do not do the trick. So I need something else just to perk up my skin and give me that little bit of highlight along the front of my face. I love this stuff because it does not need to be set, although I do recommend it. I just always think it's a good idea with concealer, but you don't need to set it, and it's extremely full coverage, which if for those of you that look like you've been hit by a bus in the morning, like yours truly, you need something like that. So that's why I love this one so much. If you want an in-depth review on this, I will link the video down below for the review I had done on this quite some months back, and you can check it out there. For setting concealer, my only powder that I will ever use is the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. This powder is so finely milled, so it doesn't matter whether you have maturing skin, if you've got beautiful, youthful skin that doesn't have any fine lines, this powder is the best to go to. Now for bronzer, the one that I tried this year and have just never looked back since is the Tarte Park Avenue Princess Bronzer. This was a sample that I had gotten as part of the Sephora VIB Rouge rewards at some point, and you can see I've hit pan on this one because I love it so much. It is the perfect warm bronzy brown, just to give that sun-kissed look to your face, just to warm up the skin and make it just look effortlessly glowing. I find that the product of this is again really beautifully milled, so the blendability for it as you're applying it to your face is just sensational, which I find that a lot of bronzers fall short with. So this one is just from the heavens, Honestly, you need to give it a go. It's so beautiful. Now for brows, I have a few things in my kit that I use religiously. I don't stray from them. These are just what I think I'll be using for the end of time just because I love them so much. Number one is the Makeup Forever Aqua Brow. This is in shade number 10, and it's the shade Taupe, I believe, or it's sort of like a taupey brown. This is the perfect match for my eyebrows. It's what I'm wearing right now. So I always shape my brows with this, and then I continue in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz pencil in their color Taupe, just to fill in any spots further that maybe the dip brow, or I'm sorry, not the dip brow, that the Aqua Brow just didn't quite define the way I was hoping to. I just like to make my brows really nice and shaped. And then after all of that, I go in with the MAC Emphatically Blonde, waterproof brow set, and this sort of lightens my brows just a touch, just so they don't look too dark, because especially with silver hair, I just not a fan of the like really dark intense brow. It's just not for me personally. So I like that this just steps it up a notch and it locks my brows in place for the day. They just don't move. And then once I've got my brows all filled in, just to make sure that everything's exactly as it should be on my face, and just to highlight everything, just to chisel them out a little bit more, I like to go in with the NYX Wonder Pencil, just to highlight under the brow bone area, just to clean up anything that, you know, maybe I did a little sloppy or just isn't quite exactly how I want it to be. And I just find that this one in particular is so easy to work with. It's nice and creamy and blends in like a dream. Even though that this is a brow pencil, it's actually excellent for cleaning up like any lipstick or whatnot as well, just to make sure the lines are really crisp. So this is really good. After my bronzer's on, my brows are on, and I've got my face covered, I always go in with contouring. And for me, the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette for contouring is just where it's at. I've done a review against this and a couple of other contour kits. I will link them down below for you guys if you want to hear my thoughts on that, but basically this is the only contour palette you will ever need. Now for blush, there are so many blushes that are good out there. Honestly, this was really hard to choose, and at the end of the day I just had to go with one that I know I use all the time, that I use on clients all the time, that I just feel gives like the perfect beautiful color. And for that, for me, is the Marc Jacobs color in Obsessed. This is one that to me is just the perfect flush of pink. So once all my contour, bronzing, highlighting, all that good stuff's done, I always go back in with my highlight afterwards. Highlight palette that really surprised me, that was just a knockout win this year, is the Anastasia Beverly Hills MoonChild Palette. When I first saw this palette sort of blow up on YouTube and Instagram, I wanted to try it more because I thought that all of the highlight shades in here would be really cool to use as potential glitters on the eye, on the inner corner, or just something for more of a creative look. I didn't really think that this would be something that I would grab on the day-to-day because they're colored highlighters, so they're not necessarily ones that are the most flesh tone looking. But surprisingly, I use this every single day on myself. I use it all the time on my clients, and I've found that I've discarded or just don't use the other highlighters that I have as much as this one. I just love that fleck of color rather than just putting a white pigment on my cheeks, which I normally do because I'm so fair, or opting for Champagne Pop or some of the other popular ones that are out there for highlights. These ones just literally blow me out of the water. The pigmentation's beautiful, it blends in so nicely, and a little bit goes a long way. Let me tell you, I am an eyeshadow palette junkie. However, one that really blew me out of the water was the Tarte Pro Amazonian Clay palette. This one, I mean, is just absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if you guys can see these colors here. Not only is the pigment absolutely amazing, but these are buttery. They blend in like a dream. And as of recently, this is the only palette that I have been using for the past couple of weeks. I find it so gorgeous. It has every color that I need it in here. And the other thing that I love about this is a different palette for Tarte to make. They really stepped outside of their comfort zone because Tarte is normally someone that only indulges in neutral palettes within varying degrees. And although this is neutral looking, they did incorporate some fun colors in here that were outside of the comfort zone for Tarte, and I have to applaud them. They did such a beautiful job. Even the metallics that they've got here on the side are so beautiful, and I cannot rave about this palette enough. So for mascara, I have been using two products religiously for quite some time that you guys probably have heard me talk about on my channel. The first is, you guessed it, L'Oreal's Voluminous Eyelash Primer Base, which, as I said, I am totally a sucker for. I always thought that this was a marketing gimmick from a lot of companies, and maybe it still is. I never bought into the mascara base concept, but I tried this one, and honestly, I cannot tell you how many comments I get all the time about whether I'm wearing lash extensions or how do I get my lashes so long. And I'm totally crediting it to this because I've never had those comments before, and I cannot put my mascara on in the morning without this. Now for mascara, I have also been using Ciate London's mascara. This is their Wonderwand mascara, and although this was a sample that I picked up with the Chloe Morello palette, this stuff is so good. It just gives me the perfect lash. The wand on here is absolutely beautiful, nice and easy to work with. Gets in all the tiny crevices in the outer and inner corners of our eye, and I just find give me the nicest, fullest lashes. I like it better than the Too Faced, better than Sex Mascara, and just find it's a good mix between that mascara brand and YSL's Baby Doll lashes. So this is just the best, and I will be purchasing it in a full size because oh my gosh, it's so, so good. For lip products, I have a few that I love. And it's, again, really hard because I love to collect lipstick. It's just my thing. I love it. Lipstick that I thought just really nailed it this year was actually by MAC. This is their Liptensity line. For me, this is the color medium rare that I've chosen to opt for. I just found that it's been a while since MAC sort of reinvented themselves, came out with something that was something that really just stood out. This lipstick's amazing by MAC. It's super long wearing. It has a beautiful pigment to it. And what I like most about this one is that while it fades, it beautifully stains your lips, so that even though the product may be fading over time, you're not really losing that color on your lips, which is really hard to do. Most lipsticks just sort of wipe off and that's the end of it. And this one I like because it's also got more of a satin finish, so it's still moisturizing and hydrating to the lips, so you don't get that creasing and sort of texture to your lips as the product is fading out. I have been loving the Lime Crime Diamond Crushers lip toppers. I really love this product. I did a review on all 6 of them that came out, so I'll link that video down below for you guys. But these were just really fun. I've got one of them on my lips right now, this one. And I just love that instead of a gloss, you've got this sort of glittered lip that doesn't transfer, it doesn't wear off easily, and you can just have some fun with your lip colors and just make them a little bit more interesting. Last but not least is the finishing spray for all my makeup, and I have to go back to my try and true MAC Fix Plus spray. This stuff just works well, whether you've got maturing skin, whether you've got really youthful skin. This stuff just really gets into your makeup, merges all of it together just to make sure you've got this beautiful, seamless finish to your skin, to your makeup, and just keeps everything intact for the day. So that is it for my best products of 2016, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the little red subscribe button down below. And don't forget to come hang out with me on Snapchat and Instagram. I post things there daily so we can hang out, have a chat, and just get to know each other better off YouTube as well. And other than that, guys, I wish you all the best for 2017, and I will see you later this week.